Greetings, world. Ray Weisenbarger here. I've been asked to talk about momentum. Um, I'm going to take a few minutes of your time and help you out with this concept. So, I think there's three speeds in the world. Okay, speed number one is starting something, speed two is finishing something, and speed three is repeating something. And I want you to notice a concept I left out. There's this idea of maintaining. Before I even get into what I'm talking about, you can't maintain anything. There's no such thing as maintenance. You're either like growing or you're dying. You're either learning or you're getting dumber. Um, you're living or you're dying. I mean, it's just how it works. There's no in between. You're getting faster or you're getting slower. There is no cruise control in life. There's no cruise control in anything that we do. So get rid of this concept of maintenance. So that's the first thing that we're going to blow up right now before I get into momentum, because it doesn't exist. So let me start with speed number one, which is starting things. 99%, I'll take that back, 100% of people are really good at starting something. People start jobs, they start relationships, they start business ventures, they start books, they start working out, they start blogging, they start cleaning. Everybody and their brother can start. So if you're a person that says, man, I'm really good at starting, you're not special at all. You're just like everybody else. You're about as special as the guy next to you, because anybody can start anything. The next two concepts are where people really screw this up, and they get rid of any type of momentum they might have in this business or in life or in general. Concept two is finishing. A lot of people can start, right? 100% of people can start, but the reality is how many people actually finish. Let me give you some stats. The average college student, average freshman that starts college is about eight. Right now in America is 86% of high school grads, people who graduate high school, start college. Of those people that start college and finish it right now is about 21%. So some of you that went to college and finished, you probably noticed your orientation class was huge. By the time you graduated, most of those cats weren't there anymore. Because again, a lot of people can start something, but they rarely finish things. The Boston Marathon has it's not called the Goon Patrol, but that's what I call it. My wife was a marathon runner, and there's a standard cart that is always following marathon racers, and it's not there for anybody's safety or anything special. It's literally there for if you run too slow of the pace for a marathon, they pick you up in the car and they kick you out of the race. The same thing happens to a lot of people when they're trying to start marathons. A lot of people start them, but they never finish them. It's a small percentage of people that actually finish marathons. It's something less than 30%. So you may see a huge line of people starting it. I'm so excited. I'm doing a marathon, but rarely do people actually finish them. So this concept of finishing is massively important. If you're going to do well in this business, if you're going to do well in life or in general, it's not so much just starting something, it's understanding what you're trying to accomplish. There has to be some form of finish line for you. And a lot of you guys aren't doing that. You're literally coming into your week, crushing 1 to 2, maybe 3 days in the field, rocking and rolling. And then Thursday and Friday roll around and we want to coast to the finish line. The problem, though, is, like we said before, there is no such thing as maintenance. So the instant you take your foot off the gas, it stops. It's like those little, if you've ever done bumper cars at a amusement park, it's not like there's a coast feature for it. You're either pushing the pedal when you're going, or once you take it off, it stops instantaneously. And that's the same thing in this business. Now, some of you would think, oh, you know what, it's okay if I slack off towards the end of the week. It's nothing to the deal. I hit leadership standards before Thursday. I'm good. I'm going to get interviews. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. You doing that in life, in general, in this business, is the equivalent of starting a relationship and breaking up with it every single week. So I want you to imagine you're in a serious relationship and the significant other of you loves you to death Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but you know every Thursday they break up with you, cheat on you with somebody on Friday, you fight on Saturday, you make up Sunday, you're back together Monday. Oops. And the cycle repeats. Is that a healthy relationship? Smart person's going to say that's not. Smart person's going to say if you're going to be in a relationship, it's required that you're staying together and that you're working things out. That you're not breaking up every Thursday and then repeating the cycle again Monday through Wednesday. That's just not how it works. But you're doing the same thing in your management training program and in life and in general. Guys, running your own company isn't a Monday through Wednesday proposition. It's a 24/7, 365 endeavor. I hate to break it to you. We make it look sexy. We do lots of cool things as owners, but to get to the point where we're at, we had to work our ass off 24/7, 365, not slowing down. Not saying there weren't moments that we didn't do it. Believe me, there were moments when I did that. When I first started this business, I was entry level. I went from entry level to assistant management in 10 months, which on a lot of people's scale, that's a fast way of going through the management training program. The problem, though, is I took my foot off the gas the instant I became an assistant manager because I thought it's a done deal. I'm going to be an owner, so I'm going to put my feet up on the desk, relax, and I'll eventually get promoted. But that's when my team completely shrunk. I wasn't making any money, and literally I had to like grind 8 more months to put myself into a management role that should have only taken me 2 months if I would have kept my foot on the pedal. But that's the danger of stopping and going and stopping and going, because when you're stopping and going, you're not really going anywhere. You're taking 1 step forward and 3 steps back, and that's not successful in your life. Now, the payoff, clearly, for all of us as owners, is a really cool life where we do things that most people can't do. But to get there, to get to that cool stuff, we had to be consistent. We say in this business all the time, it only takes you 8 weeks to get promoted to assistant manager, but it requires 8 weeks of balls to the wall, your mind focused, you're locked in towards the target of smashing assistant management. The problem, though, is you can't do that working 2 to 3 days a week. You almost got to work 7 days a week to get that done. So, guys, there is no such thing as maintenance. There's no such thing as starting something and then hoping you get where you need to be. If I was going to invent something and I just started the idea, oh man, I have this great idea and it's unbelievable and it's so cool, but if you don't finish it, it doesn't mean anything. I can't tell you how many times I've had people say, oh Ray, I get so pissed off because I look on TV and somebody had stole my idea, patented it, and put it online, and now they're making millions of bucks. I could have been a millionaire. You could have. You started an idea, but you didn't go to the finish line, which was get a freaking patent, which is get in front of the people you need to get to sponsor you. Get that thing online so you can make some money. Starting it doesn't mean anything. It's about the finish lines and finishing what you've got to do. So as a guy that's a leader in an office, you got to finish your weeks. Meaning you got to go through the line, balls to the wall, and especially if you're on business to business, you work Monday through Friday. Give me a break. You work 5 days a week. Come see us on residential. We do 6 days. We're real workers. Our weekend is Sunday, and we don't bitch about it. We're excited about it because that gives us one more day to go faster than you guys, just being honest. But if we're working all the way through, we get to our destination much faster. It's really painful to go on a long trip, if you've ever done a long road trip, and literally have to stop every hour to pee. I can give you an example of this. I rode with my brother-in-law and his pregnant wife at the time from Florida to Ohio. This trip should only take about 10 to 11 hours. I've done it before in a car. It took us almost 20. You know why? 2 reasons. Number one, she brought 2 dogs with her. They had to go to the bathroom every 2 seconds. And she was pregnant. If you know anything about pregnancy, and believe me, I've got 2 daughters, women have to go all the time. And that's okay. But this trip took longer because we were continually stopping all the time. You are doing that in life and in general, and in this business, by stopping every 2 seconds. If you have a finish, a destination, a finish line in goal, and you keep attacking it till you hit it, the process goes much faster. You take the little dogs and the pregnant wife out of the car and you get where you need to go. But there's a third concept that we're talking about here. And it's not maintenance, it's repeating. 100% of people can start something. Even fewer people can finish things. It's about 3%. But it's a 1% that can maintain things. On the other side of my office, I have my national championship plaque, and I often leave it there to remind me that it is so much easier to climb the mountain and win the title than it is to stay on the mountain and defend it. Attacking is easy. It is so easy to attack a goal, start it, and finish it. Where it's really difficult, more than finishing, is maintaining it. Again, there is no such thing as maintenance. So I've got to repeat the same thing I just did before. But the difficulty of repeating is very simple. You got to do it again. And then you got to do it again. And then you got to do it again. And here's the trouble with repeating. Here's the trouble with doing something over and over and over again. It's not quite as exciting as it was the first time. Let's get real. If I go to a theme park, if I go to Disney World, I live in Orlando, Space Mountain is not quite as cool as it used to be. You know why? Because I've been on it 100 times. Not that cool anymore. My favorite roller coaster of all time, the Incredible Hulk at Universal. Unbelievable ride, so much fun, but guess what? Not as cool as it was the first time. And that's where the mentally weak get beat up in this business. It's not so much that I start attacking my days and really try to finish through the week, but it's repeating what I just did over and over and over again. Because the mark of success is not a destination, it is a journey. Your journey to success is always going to be predicated on your ability to repeat. Think about it when you're in the field. You say the same pitch 40 to 50 times every single day. Your success is predicated not on the first 10 that you did, and not even on the base number of 40 you're supposed to hit, but your ability to repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's the difficulty of success. That's where the 1% separate themselves from everybody else. It's not only their ability to start, because everybody can do it, but it's not only their ability to finish and hit marks and hit deadlines, but it's their ability to repeat it over and over and over again. But Ray, that sounds so boring and blah, blah, blah. Here's the reality. I'll give you the 2 cents. I just came back literally a week ago from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. If you don't follow me on Facebook, you can do it. Hit me up. I'll let you follow me. It's really fun. I just came back from the Olympics. Me going to the Olympics and watching it and seeing the greatest competitors in the entire world do their thing at a high level was not a process of me just picking up and starting something, then hoping it would finish. It was a daily decision to do the right things over a period of time, repeating them over and over again, so I could afford the money, so I could afford the time, so I could put myself in a position as a business owner where I could disappear for a week and nothing's affected. In fact, we did better when I was gone. That was good. But it put me in a position where I could enjoy something that's unbelievable. But imagine if that's all where I stopped. And I was like, okay, cool, life's done, I'm set up. I wouldn't be doing this video for you. I have to repeat the success because at the end of the day, I need to excite myself enough to go out and be the best owner I possibly can be. So I've already set my sights on 2020 in Tokyo, Japan. It's going to be awesome. 2 years from now, after having my third child, that's crazy, third child, unbelievable, I'm going to be going to New Zealand. Lord willing, if he lets me live that long, I'm going to be doing it up. I just wrote a book, literally wrote a book, finished it in July. I'm waiting for the copyrights to get finished so I can send it out so people can buy it and so on and so forth. I'm not content. I'm already getting my next book ready to go. I've got I Will Rocket and I've got Cliche Rocket. I've got literally 2 more books ready to go because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean a whole lot for me to write one book and be like, hey, I wrote one book. I've got to show that success over and over again. It's not about starting and it's not even about finishing. It's about repeating. And that's the name of the game, guys. We got to stop this idea of maintenance. It doesn't exist. Momentum is as simple as repeating over and over again. And if you don't believe me, if you think about the concept of push starting a car, you start an action of pushing something incredibly heavy, and you get to the narrative to the point where you finish by getting the car to start. But imagine if you were push starting a car, pushed it with all your momentum, got the car to start, let it go in motion, and then you instantly slammed on the brakes. All that effort, all that time will create a frustration in you because your car is not going anywhere. The success of that is pushing the car, getting it started, hitting the gas, and not stopping until you get it to the maintenance place where it gets fixed. You're push starting your life, your goals, your business every single day if you keep stopping, if you keep trying to maintain. Start by doing the right thing, but everybody can do that. Finish, that's what 3% of people can do. But if you want to be a part of the 1% that really kicks ass, that really has momentum over a long period of time, you have to repeat. And I'm not going to tell you it's easy. I fail on it a lot. But the one thing I do know about successful people, it's not about just reaching the championship once. It's about doing it over and over again. Steph Curry's got one title. I'm excited for him. That's really cool. But it was proven really quickly that he wasn't the king of the mountain when LeBron came back and won his third title. Guys, don't be a one-hit wonder. Don't be a one-trick pony. Don't be a one-week wonder that just magically comes out and kills it, takes over the world, and disappears for weeks. We got names for those guys. They end up becoming our customers. They end up becoming the people that we sign up. Because there's two destinations in this business. You're either going to be a customer of ours or you're going to be a consultant. Consultants start, but not only do they start things, they finish things. And not only do they finish things, they repeat things over and over again. Because success is a journey, not a destination. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Have a great day. Follow me on Facebook and hit me up on Facebook if you got any questions or anything like that. Hope you have a great day. Bye.